If tonight is not the most important night, if tonight is not the most important night of, if tonight is not the most important night of your life, leave.
I was living in the West Village and I moved to the Lower East Side and I started my own club, an illegal after-hours club called The Fort. And the week that I opened, they had the folk festival in Greenwich Village. And it was people playing acoustic guitar singing their own songs. I was playing acoustic guitar, as were my cohorts, like Roger Manning and Kurt Kelly and Cindy Berryhill and other people, Billy Nova, a lot of people. And I was playing acoustic guitar and singing my own songs. They were playing acoustic guitar, singing their songs. Why were they called folk? And they said I wasn't folk. You know, it was just all bullshit. So I said, well, if they're going to be folk, I'll call myself Antifolk. And that's where I had the Antifolk Festival at the Fort, and that's where it first started. Now, 20 years later, Antifolk is a predominant genre. There's an Antifolk Festival in October in London. There's one last week in Vancouver. There's Antifolk scenes all over the world. There's Antifolk websites. There's artists that have gotten major label deals who call themselves Antifolk. So, in a way, we've become a form of folk music, you know, which is folk music is music that's indigenous to certain people at a certain time. You know, Irish folk music, Hungarian folk music. Anti-folk seems to have its own people.
Anything at all about themselves. Anything at all about themselves. There we go. And some people seem to think that I write good songs.
You write good songs.
As if I ever wrote something significant.
It's very unlikely we're not gonna hear the next great song from the commercial media conduit that puts out, that's in control, you know, MTV, VH1, major networks, movie soundtracks, these kinds of things. We're not going to hear the times they are changing, you know, the next times they are changing. We're not going to hear the next God Save the Queen really from that. But we will hear it from the kid from Illinois who's just shown up at the Monday night, you know. And I want to hear these great songs. That's what I care about.
Hello to the world that I see today. Hello to you, the girl that used to be mine.
One man makes them, one man plays them, each man to his throne. He says, good for you, a true musician, oh, like me, you live long. And I would have told him otherwise, but I'm feeling kind of high today, and nobody will break me down if they even knew the words to say. The less I feel dependent, the more I know I will be someday.
There was a movie, I think it was called Blood of a Poet by Jean, it was either Renoir or Cocteau, I don't remember. But it's like Parisian society, poet society, and there's the old poet sitting at the outdoor Paris Cafe, the revered lion of poetry, and the young poet who wants to make it and break in, goes to the old poet for advice and asks, you know, how can I break into this? How can I make it in the poet society? And the old poet just turns to him and says, amaze me. And it's those two words. You know, often when someone comes in and goes, how do I get a gig here? I just say, amaze me.
Shelton, would you like to do a show here at the club sometime?
Yes, I will.
Well, you got a gig, babe. That was great.
When I first opened up the Fort at Sidewalk, I cast the I Ching, you know, the Chinese fortune-telling I Ching, and the symbol I got was one of the well, and that a well always needs new water to come in, otherwise it gets stagnant.
I see notice an accent. What, Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's Irish.
Oh,
I got into town 2 days ago. It's a great town.
first time here?
First time here.
Well, welcome, sir.
while before he offered her the chance of a new life, gold and diamonds if she'd agree to be his wife.
It's amazing. I mean, I've heard thousands and thousands of songs. It's still amazing on a Monday night. Someone will get up there using 6 strings and a piece of wood and their presence and their heart and bring me to a place I hadn't been brought to before and make me realize, shit, I gotta write another song.
Power, and I think you know what I mean. You might want to be a CEO or a VIP or PRESIDENT and say F-U-C-K Bush, and you can eat my S-H-I-T. So if clones one day to exist, I would ask George only this, that make a big promise to Donald and Dick and say I, George W. vow to find it in my heart somehow to not wage war, to not wage war, to not wage war on the clones.
No, no one would get an axe for singing a positive song about George Bush. You could sing about whatever you want.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a bad attitude on life right now. I no longer care about you. I'm too angry at the world. Fuck you. I don't care what you do. I'm gonna burst. I'm gonna blow. I can't keep this inside of me. You had better be far away when all this pinup shit sets free. What might happen, no guarantee.
Yo, freedom of speech means freedom of speech. You know, I never understood as a kid why there would be any barrier against freedom of speech. It's just air coming through vocal cords. Air coming through vocal cords. Don't get so upset. If you don't even speak that language, it just sounds like gibberish anyway.
You make my bubblegum go pop. Nail me, Thackeray. Maybe when you come, you'll say, Bob,
Well, I love girls and I love sharks, pit bull dogs with music barks, trees and blood and sex and gum. I love playing just for fun and I love you too.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's Andy. Do you want to hear another song?
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Will you come to open mic tonight?
Fuck yeah, I'll come again and again. But I mean, fuck, to have people like this to appreciate the songs and sharks and things like that. I love New York City, and I love the fact that you can get kicked out of an open mic just because people scream louder than the rest, and it's cool, man. It's fuck, man. Cheers.
I usually, every Monday night, I play at the end after everyone else is done. I do a set, which is usually for the waitress, the walls, and the weirdos. I usually go on at about 2:30, 3 in the morning. Everyone got nervous when the local anti-folk bar put on red velvet curtains on the stage. Such a scene I never seen of dizziness and whispers of outrage. And little Frankenstein was so kind when he said, hey, they desecrated my grave. A little Susie Two Shits reacted after Auschwitz. We opened up in its veins. Meanwhile in Washington, democracy came with us.
You got to tell the truth. 3 chords, the truth, and a red guitar. That's rock and roll.